Hello, fellow GGAers. My name is Shane Price. You know what that means. I want to welcome you to the GGA's first video address. In addressing some of your concerns, I would like to first state what we know. 1. I need to ensure all of the members that the GGA is not dying. We are not close to death, nor have we ever been, nor is it a threat now. I will not continue to allow internal bickering to destroy this alliance. And because of that, it has come to the point where I have had to firmly put my foot down with Hamster and Scotch with Rocks. We did try to negotiate. And yet, when those negotiations were over, we were left with a loss. We accepted 5 of their 6 terms, but would not agree to expel Iron Chef. Iron Chef is a woman that has been with this alliance for far longer than anyone, I can remember. I'm sure that there are some of you who have been here longer. But Iron Chef was here from the beginning. She was triumvir when I was around, at least my beginning, She's done a lot for this alliance, and I am not going to permit anybody to drive her out simply because they have a personal beef with her. This is not going to happen. Not while I sit in this chair. The Grand Global Alliance will continue to be strong. We will rebuild. We will move on. And it is my hope that this can be done with the assistance of Kung Fu Hamster and Scotch with Rocks as elder statesmen. But allow me to make myself clear, they will no longer be permitted to continue to destabilize this government. With regard to resignations, each of you took a blood oath to the GGA. In this oath, you swore to stand by the Alliance and her members. And while it is rare for the triumvirate to invoke said privilege, it is important that for the time being, you show your commitment to that family. I will consider resignations on a case-by-case basis, but the reasons that we have been getting, such as this is no longer the GGA I knew or stuff like that, will no longer be tolerated. Last night, Scotch with Rocks and Kung Fu Hamster were given very clear terms. They will be permitted to remain within the GGA. In fact, it is encouraged. They will be returned to the rank of elder statesmen. They will be on probation for a period of 90 days unless I feel extremely jovial to release them early. Which has happened in the past, I'll have you know. If they choose to resign, their resignation will not be granted. If they leave without a granted resignation, they will be deemed to have violated their blood oath. And if they actively recruit members of this alliance, then the GGA will consider it an act of war. It stops now. With regard to the issue regarding Iron Chef and Moo Cows, and M-Hawk, and that whole great big thing, Moo was asked 4 times in a 24-hour period by yours truly as to who the source of his information was that disclosed to him that Athens was going to pull our surrender terms. He repeatedly refused to disclose that. Repeatedly. And only did so after the cancellation had been posted. Then he comes into query and starts calling me all kinds of names and everything else. Alls I have is this to say. If you want to be allies with the GGA, you will be honest to us, you will level with us. Planet Bob has little love for us as it is. And we have a lot of work to do to reestablish that image of the GGA as being the good green guys. Oddly enough, we have found those, to some extent, friends in unlikely places, such as Athens and Sparta and so on and so forth. It is my hope that one day we might be able to re-examine our relationship with the New Pacific Order and possibly even become friends again. But in order for that to happen, we must remain an alliance free from NPO interference. They have no business in our internal affairs, nor will I continue to permit it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to query me. I am here to serve you, the members of the Grand Global Alliance, and I will do so to the best of my ability. But make no mistake, we will not roll over. We will not have guns held to our heads. We are going to move on. We are going to rebuild. And we are going to restore this alliance to the glory it once was. We are the Grand Global Alliance.